This is everything I think Apex Legends needs in 2023 or just sometime in the near future, sooner than later. We're in season 17 of this game, and with the rank system the way it is, the content they're calling collection events, which just have no modes and just paid skins, I thought it was a good time to talk about everything I think the game should have is 10 things. And before I even start, what's like the one thing you wish they would add already that you've been waiting for outside of server and audio fixes? Because you know that no one really believes that's ever gonna happen, right? So it's something else that you think they should add in the game. Also follow me on Kick because I've been streaming there. Progression for mixtape mode. Mixtape and arenas have one thing in common. They drop it, they do one or two tweaks, and then they just leave it out to dry as a side piece. So I think they should not do that and add some progression to it. You can do trackers and evo badges for games won and kills. Maybe like the highest tier of those badges gets you like an exclusive skin for, they'll just pick a gun like they do for the battle pass, to be honest. For gun runs specifically, they could do like your fastest time. And yeah, just make it a little more interesting. Don't just plop it in the game like, look, we have modes that aren't BR, and then be like, we're not ever going to change them ever again. Number 2 is just add looting while moving on controller. There have been plenty of people that have said like a specific layout they could do to make it possible where you're like using the left and right stick at the same time, left stick to move, right stick to move through a death box. Number 3 is weapon progression, just improving it. Like they have it, but a lot of people were saying when it dropped, like why is it just you get a gold skin? It makes it feel a lot less like important. Give us an exclusive skin, just like I was saying for the progression of the mixtape modes. Like just do the same thing, do it for the weapon progression. It makes way more sense to do that since you're grinding a specific gun, or you're just playing and you just get it by accident. That too, which goes into legends, because I think they should add that same prestige and leveling stuff to the legends. Let's say you do a legend, or you do like 5 legends and 5 guns, or they make it like 10, whatever number they want, you get an heirloom at some point. Maybe it's only an heirloom when you max out all of them. Just something like that to give us a real meaningful reward for doing all of these levels and progression, instead of just like, here's some crafting metals. Number 5 is to stop adding legends and guns just to say you added them, because a lot of them just be doing the exact same thing. I also didn't think that saying Catalyst and Watson was similar was like a hot take. I thought that was a common opinion, but I'll explain it to you like this. If you put 2 small forwards on a basketball team, one can shoot, one can defend, do they play the same role on the team? No. They're the same position, different role. Watson and Catalyst are the same position, class, and the same role. So adding another person of the same role in the same class is redundant. Like Newcastle, Gibby, and Lifeline are all support. Newcastle is literally just Lifeline, Gibby, and Frozen with a beard thrown into one person. And I made a whole video about it, but it's on the screen now on the card there. If you want to watch it, you can watch that, come back to this. I'm gonna keep going with the list, you know. With the weapons, instead of just adding new ones, you could add multiple tiers of care packs. When you put a gun in, if they still do want to add weapons, I don't think they should, but if they do want to add one, add it in, but take a gun out of the loot pool. Put it into one of the, like, let's say 3 tiers of care packs, and just kind of mix them around every once in a while. Because again, these guns be doing the same thing. The car isn't exactly necessary, if we're being honest. It's just another 9. But if they just keep going on like they do, it's just gonna get so crowded. Like, when's the last time you really picked up an alternator? Be honest. Number 6 is cross progression, which apparently is in the game files, so maybe coming soon, but I don't know that for sure. I'm not gonna say it is. Number 7, a next gen console update. 120 frames on a PS5 and an Xbox Series, whatever. That should just be happening. It happens on every other modern next-gen game, so it should happen for Apex. 8 is rank changes. This is probably one of the most obvious when it comes to this season because of how easy it is. I hit Masters and there was like 60-something days left because there's no more splits. But I did make a video about it saying it's a good thing, because I do think it is a good starting point for the rank system for them to build off from, but they need to start building. So yeah, and we're coming down to the last 2. Number 9, the most obvious one there is since the dawn of the game, dawn of time, server and audio fixes. They still be messing up, so yeah, I'm gonna say it. Number 10 though, bring back arenas. I don't care if you actually call it arenas, but the 3s, you can try the 3s again. You can try it with forest 5s and teams of 6. Try it with search and destroy and some other things, just some variation. I made a video about that because it's like the main thing I want back in the game that they took out for no reason. If they want to add mixtape, great. BR, mixtape, arenas. I don't see the problem with that. On top of that, just new modes in general. I mean, add solos, please. But if you're just really hell-bent on this BR, on Battle Royale, we all saw Warzone do their Rebirth Island thing where it's like a smaller player count on a smaller map. They could try that. Yeah, it'd have to be a whole new map for that. Just for that specifically, they could probably drop 2, and then you could have, instead of a 60-player BR, you could do like something that can divide by 3, 21 or maybe even 30, just something like that. You can do duos and solos in that because it's a smaller player count, smaller map. Solos should have been in the game. I don't care if some legends aren't as good solo, just don't play them. Because when arenas was in the game, there were some legends that were better in BR than they were in arenas and vice versa. So it was just a bad reason to not add solos. But yeah, in a world where all of this stuff happened, I think the game will be perfectly fine. I probably played a lot more because I haven't really played it much since I went to Masters that quick. I did it. I saw the badge. I was like, cool. I turned the game off. But again, let me know what you think in the comments, what you think they should add. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, the Kick channel gonna be in the description with a bunch of other stuff. And if you're not tired of me ranting about arenas, click this video right here. Bye.